Now in this video we're going to talk about section 4.7 of your text. Probably going to break this up into a few videos on additional descriptive topics. We're going to cover the Tukey 5-number summary, box and whisker plots, and stem and leaf plots. Now let's talk about 5-number summaries. A 5-number summary is 5 numbers that give a summary or some type of a snapshot of the data. They give you a general idea of what the data looks like without looking at all of it. And these are the 5 values that comprise the 5-number summary. The first one is the minimum, or the lowest value in the data set. Another familiar one is the median, the middle value. We talked about that in our measures of central tendency video. The max here also means the maximum or the highest value in the data set. Q1 and Q3 are values you may not have heard before. Q1 is the first quartile or the lower quartile. You also might have heard of it as the 25th percentile. So what this value is it's the median of the lower half of the data. Now Q3 is the third quartile, upper quartile, or 75th percentile. And this is the median of the upper half of the data. Now we'll do an example to show you how to find all of these values. So let's say we want to find the 5-number summary of this data set. The first thing we need to do is arrange all of the values from lowest to highest, because we need to do that to find the median. We also are going to need to do that to find our upper and lower quartiles. So here they are arranged from lowest to highest. We can immediately mark down what our minimum and maximum are. And we have an odd number of values here. There's 9 values in this set, so we can see our median is 47. Now that we found our median, we can find Q1 and Q3. To find Q1, we want to find the median of the lower half of the set. So all of the set that falls below the median makes up the lower half of the set. If we look at our middle of the lower half of the set, that's going to be the average of 19 and 24. So here Q1 will be equal to 19 plus 24 divided by 2. Q1 equals 21.5. Similar for Q3. We want to find the median of the upper half of the data, which is all of the values that fall above the median. So our middle values here are 82 and 86, so our median would be the average of those two. So we see here Q3 is equal to 84. If we wanted to write out our full 5-number summary, our minimum is equal to 17, Q1 is 21.5, median is 47, Q3 is 84, our maximum is 97. Now let's look at one more example. Here I would suggest pausing the video, try to work through it on your own, then hit play to see me go through the rest of the answer. First thing we would need to do is write all of the values in order from lowest to highest. Now that we've arranged all of the values from lowest to highest, we can easily identify our minimum, our maximum, and we can find our median. This is an even data set, so to find our median, we're going to have to take an average. Now when it comes to finding Q1 and Q3, it's a little bit different here because we have an even number of values. Now 52 and 55 aren't part of the median, so we still will include the 55 in our upper half of the data here, and we're going to include 52 in our lower half of the data here. So if you have an odd number of values, you don't include the median when you're finding Q1 and Q3. If you have an even number of values, you would include the 2 middle values in the upper half and the lower half. So our Q3 over here is going to be 67 plus 72 over 2. And Q1 will be equal to the average of 36 and 44, because those are our 2 middle values in the lower half. Now if we wanted to write out our full answer, we would have a minimum 34, Q1 is 40, median is 53.5, Q3 is 69.5, and our max 76.